Hello guys, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mommy Young, and in today's video we are going to do about the essential things that we need for our newborns. I'm going to show you what I have for my newborn. These are the clothes that I had for my first child. I haven't done shopping because what I had for my newborn, who was my first child when I was a first mom, I didn't give them out because I knew I was going to have another child anytime. Can't say soon or just anytime. That's why I never gave out the clothes, and right now I've saved a lot since I'm not going to buy so much, just the things that couldn't be reused but so much can be reused. So I'm going to take you step by step. It's essential things that I have for my newborn and what I kept for my child. As most of the time you find that new moms tend to buy unnecessary things, which I also did. There are things that I bought and I never used them. So I'm going to take you through so that I can also help a new mom, and even if it is a second mom. So I'm going to take you through so that you can know on the things that you need at the moment. Being that we are in the cold season and soon it will be warm. But for people who live in cold areas, like me, I live in a cold area, there are things that I can't stay without. So, first I made a list for the things that I needed, the important things that I needed for my child. And I checked on my list. There are things that I don't have at the moment, but I'll soon go to buy them. Here with me I have bodysuits. These ones are not for a baby boy or a baby girl. These ones I use them for my first child, and also I'm going to use them for my second child. This is the importance of keeping these things. Here I have bodysuits like this one. These are very important for me. I want to be truthful to you people. I don't think if I'll buy vests, and if I do, I won't buy many, because if I have this one and this one, if I dress my baby on this one, then I take this one on top, the baby will be warm. But not a must you have the vest. Right now the economy is not very good, but if you can afford, it's okay. At least you have the vest, this short sleeved or a t-shirt like bodysuits, like this one is a t-shirt like. Also, if you have the vest, the t-shirt like bodysuits, and these long sleeved bodysuits, you tend to keep the baby warm. But as for me, I did I did overbuy last time, but I don't regret a lot since I didn't know that time. But now, because I know better, I don't think if I can overspend or overdo things because it is unnecessary. So for these ones I have I have 9 of these short sleeved and vest like bodysuits, bodysuits, which will take me through for some time. The first few months mostly the first 3 months, because I've mixed them up. I have like big ones. I also have the small ones, like this one. This one is a small one. So if I get a big baby, the baby can fit in this one for some time. But if the baby is big, I also have this one, which will take me for a while. So when you're buying these clothes, mix them up. I also have another one which is big. Mix them up, because you don't want to buy something that tomorrow you'll have to go to the shop. Mind you, you won't have the time to be running to the shop. And if you send somebody, sometimes they bring things that you don't like. So I have these ones, the short sleeved and vest like body suits. I have the long sleeved ones. Even if I get a baby boy, who said that pink is for girls only? Even boys, mostly, okay, what I think, even if you meet a man who was dressed up on a nice trouser and a good shirt with a blazer, pink blazer, the guy looks smart. Okay, it makes the guy look as if the guy knows himself and feels himself. He understands himself and he's confident, mostly confident about himself. I'll mix them up because no need of going to the shop, and yet I have these clothes. I'll just put on him the way they are. Here with me I have rompers like this one. This one, it has the legs, the socks like toes. So if you put on the baby this type of a romper, and you put on him or her socks, then this on top of the clothes that the baby will have inside, the baby will be a little bit warm, since there are seasons which there is too much heat. So you can put on the baby this romper, the vest like body suit. Let me show you. At least if you are a first time mom, you will learn at something. Put on the baby this vest like body suit, and this one, and now the romper. The baby will be warm. And also, if you have a trouser, you can add, or stockings. Stockings, they are not for a girl only, since this is a child, and even right now people are not visiting others, and this child will always be inside the blanket. The baby will be warm. Plus, it is not all the time that you cover up the baby. Sometimes you find the baby crying and you wonder, why is this baby crying? It's because also maybe you've overdressed this child. So we have, sorry about the noise, we have we live along the road. I've said this a couple of times. So we have this, we have warm ones, like this one is a warm one, which if the baby puts on it, the baby will not feel cold. So when you're going to buy, at least mix them up, because you don't know the season that the baby will come, because now we cannot predict the weather. We have another warm one. So I would advise that you buy these ones that have the socks like toes. Don't go and buy the open ones, because you will tend to, sometimes you don't want to put on socks on the baby, but it is necessary to put on the baby the socks, but sometimes they want to remove the socks. So if you have this kind of romper, you are safer. Sometimes we leave the baby with the husbands and they forget to put on socks for the baby. Here with me I have the heavy rompers with hats. This one is not very heavy, but sometimes you want to show off at least without having the blankets all the time. This one can help. But in this season, don't mind the stains. I haven't washed them. It is the way I kept them since my baby stopped using them. But I'm going to be washing them soon. So in this season you really need these ones. These ones are heavy and warm. So when you're going to buy, at least check, are they warm inside, because they will help you big time. So I have these ones. They are not too many, but they will take me for a while before I go back to the shop. Mind you, now these ones are the things that I used for with my first baby. Also there are these ones. I have these ones. I haven't turned them. And don't overdress the baby, because they might be crying and you wonder, why is this baby crying? Maybe you are the one who has overdressed the child. And also I was told with my first child that when you overdress this child and they tend to sweat inside, that sweat that will stick on the clothes, they will make the baby to start they will make the baby to have asthma, since you will not change the baby thinking that the baby is warm, but the clothes are wet because of the sweat. Take note on that. So you see these ones, how they look like. They are very warm. If you get them, take them. But for this one, I prefer the mtumba ones. I prefer mtumba ones like this one. Like this one is from the mtumba. I bought it from mtumba. So the mtumba ones are usually heavy and better than the new ones, but depending on what you like. I have sweaters with me. I don't have plenty of them since I have the warm rompers. Sweaters, because sweaters sometimes maybe you've pulled the baby, the cloth that is inside pulls itself backwards in a jikunja, then you wonder, how am I going to help this child? The baby feels uncomfortable. What I say, whatever you feel being a grown-up, it is the same thing that this baby goes through. When you are hungry, you tend to be cranky. Same to baby. I have hats with me. I don't think only these ones are unisex. The other ones, they look like they are pink. Most of them have pink in them. When I heard I am going to have a baby girl, that's when I bought pink. Everything in my house was just pink. I wasn't thinking of anything else, but now I know better. If I'm to shop today, being a first-time mom, I'll buy unisex. Since I will still have kids, I'm not the one who is predicting what I will get. So it's good to buy unisex since you don't know. But if you have the money to buy, good for you. But if you are like me, trying to save in all corners, because I'm still young, trying to grow my family, so I have to save a lot. I have blankets with me. They're very necessary. These ones were I was given by my mom. I have a twin brother, so this is what my mom used when we were young, and she gave them to me when I gave birth to my first child, and I will also give them to my children, my brothers, when they have their own kids. These ones will take them a long way, but I don't think people use them a lot. But for me, I usually use them, and I will use them. These ones are our generation to come. Also, I have this one. I don't know why I bought it. I was obsessed when I heard I'm going to have a baby. I bought it from the mtumba, but now I see I will use it in a way for something. Also have these heavy blankets, as you can see, mama pink. Having firstborn is a big deal. That when you hear it's a baby girl or a baby boy, you buy that color specifically to show that it is a baby girl or a baby boy. That was me, you see. I don't know if I'm having a baby girl or a baby boy, so, but the child will use them no matter what. It doesn't matter if it is a boy or a girl. If it is a boy, pink, until they grow. I'm not going to go to the shop because I want to show. No. So what I don't have right now are the wrappers. I'm going to buy them in Gikomba, Mtumba, because I don't see the importance of buying them from the shop, since they are the same as what I can get in Gikomba. But if you can manage to buy the new ones, good for you. But if you cannot, it's okay to buy Mtumba, since right now, okay, it's my point of view that the way things go and the way things come, that is the way you also hit them. If the budget is not favorable to you, go in the same route. If the budget is favorable to you, fine, well and good for you. But always note that when you buy some things, it doesn't mean that you are poor. When you save, doesn't mean that you are poor. You want to increase the wealth. If you don't increase motorbikes, if you don't increase your wealth, then you are planning to become poor and poorer and poorer. Then where is your generation heading to? So these are the essential things that a mom needs for being a first-time mom. So don't feel bad when you cannot afford some things, because people are different. Yeah, I have trousers with me. Sorry, I had forgotten, but I only have two. This is a suit. I only have two, but I'll be adding them up when I go to the Gikomba. I also have these bibs. You can see they were used by my firstborn. I'm not going to buy more. The baby will use these ones for some time. I'll buy more with time, but maybe I might decide to add maybe 5 or 6, but they're not, it's not a big deal. Also, I would prefer to buy the plastic ones, the ones that you just wipe and you're good to go, since also it is a cold season. I was gifted this shirt by my aunt. When she heard that I was pregnant, she really prayed that I should get a baby boy, so she gave me this one. I think she's believing that I'm going to give birth to a baby boy. If a baby girl comes, it's okay. She will put on it also. In our family, that's what we do, by the way. If you've given birth, and maybe like my aunts, there are some of my aunts who have given birth, they have 6 months old, 7 months old babies, so they will pass down the clothes that the babies are using to me, since I'm going to have a newborn. Also for the older children, that's what we do. If I maybe I've outgrown some of my clothes, we pass them down to the other cousins who will use them, at least either to play or for going somewhere if they are not worn out. So that's what we do. It's also a tip. You can try it in your family. See you next time. Bye bye.